Jacob his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
So the law, statutes, and commandments are for you Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
He showed his word unto you. This is what it said in Amos 3. This is why he has an issue with us, because he chose us, and we chose not to listen to him. So he showed you his word. So you must apply it now. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He hasn't dealt so with any other nation. For all these people out there trying to act like they belong to the Most High God, they just don't. That's just the truth. The scriptures say so. But you Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, you do. This is why you're suffering. This is why you're being oppressed. This is why you're at the bottom. This is why you fill up the jail houses. This is why you're always getting gunned down in the middle of the street. This is why they stole all your lands. This is why they're constantly murdering you. This is why you're the last hired and first fired. Because he chose you and told you that if you didn't listen, there was going to be consequences.
That's right.
But there is a solution, and it is just come back to the Lord, and he'll turn back to you. You got a question, brother? Okay, all praises. Hey, seek the Lord out. Hey, we talked to you last time, brother, so you know, a man's goings is of the Lord. So this is the second time you come here. He's knocking on your spirit, brother. So you gotta start doing what's right. Somebody give you Numbers 15 and 38 real quick. I'm gonna give you a couple things that the Lord command you. Taking off your hat's a good thing, brother. That's actually the scripture said do that.
Numbers 15 verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
You, brother, you're a child of the Most High God. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Okay, now these are fringes, brother. Okay, now these two types of fringes. These are called tzitzit, but these are the fringes on the border of that garments that the Lord commanded us to wear. Read.
Throughout their generation.
Throughout their generations. Are we still generating? Yes, we are. We're still here, right? Read.
And that they put upon the fringe a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue. Why?
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So he's telling us this is why we need to do this. This is a commandment, bro. This is a commandment. This isn't something he's saying if you choose or if you want to or not. You need to do this because it's going to help us remember to rehearse the righteous acts. Give me Leviticus 19:27. This is another commandment that the Lord told us, that our brothers and sisters seem to do this a lot. They follow the traditions of men. Somebody give me Colossians 2 and 8 real fast. Read.
Leviticus 19 verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So the Lord is commanding us to not shave off our hair off our head. Like you see how you did it on the side of your head? Yeah, the Lord is saying don't do that, brother. Let it grow. It's a commandment. We're a special people. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. And he's also saying don't mar the corners of your beard. You can trim it down, but don't mar into it. Don't cut into the natural growth. Okay? Now, why is this? Why is this important? Bring out Deuteronomy 7:6.
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people.
You are an holy people, brother. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord thy God. That's possessive. Unto him. You are an holy people to him. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
Chosen you, brother. He chose you to be a special people. Read.
Unto himself. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Okay, he chose you. This is why it's important for us to listen to him. We're not supposed to be like everybody else. You are the salt of the earth. We're the trendsetters, okay? We don't follow the customs of the other people. Colossians 2 and 8.
This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8.
Read.
Beware lest any man spoil you.
Don't let any man spoil you. Don't let anybody make you rotten in your actions and ways. Read.
Through philosophy and vain deceit.
Philosophy and vain deceit. Teaching you their ways, okay? Christianity, Islam, Buddhists, telling you can shave your beard. You can shave your head. You don't have to wear fringes. Those are rudiments of the world. Read.
After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
You hear that, brother? He's saying this is the rudiments of the world, the traditions of the world, and not after Christ. We must follow Christ, not the world. Somebody give me Jeremiah 10 real quick. Even all these fake holidays that the world is worshiping, Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving, these are the rudiments of the world. This is not scriptural. Read.
Jeremiah 10 verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
You, brother, hear this word that the Lord is speaking to you. Read.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Don't learn the way of the heathen. We've been colonized as a people in this country to think like the heathen, all the way back from slavery days, okay? They taught us their ways, and to this very day, we're emulating and acting like them. The Lord is saying, don't do that. Come out of it. Revelation 18:4, read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For
Don't get into all that astrology. Don't follow the stars and worship the planets and stuff. Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen do that. Some man writes in a newspaper, tomorrow you're gonna fall asleep and wake up at 3 o'clock because the stars say so. Don't believe in that nonsense. Don't get into that. Read.
That's all. For the customs of the people are vain.
The customs of the people are vain. Remember, you are holy people. The Lord told you how to conduct yourself. Don't act like the heathen. Read.
For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold.
What does this sound like? They cut down a tree in the forest and they deck it with silver and gold. What does that sound like? Sounds like a Christmas tree, doesn't it? Read.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also it is in them to do good.
It's just an idol. You can't do nothing. Read.
For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might.
We must follow the Lord. Don't follow the rudiments and the traditions of the world. The Lord told us not to follow these customs. Matter of fact, he said to get away from them immediately. Revelation 18:4. Read.
This is Revelations chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
So the Lord is telling us to come out of the ways of the heathen. My people, you are his people, brother. He's saying don't get involved with the traditions and the rudiments of the world. Come out, okay? Otherwise, we're going to keep suffering. We're going to keep being oppressed. We're going to keep being the last hired and the first fired. We're going to look at these, look at some of the sufferings that we had to go through. This is... Yeah, that's just a scratch on the surface of our people. You see that, brother? I mean, that's just like within the last 10 years, the ones that got caught on camera. That's like 50 brothers and sisters been killed unlawfully by the police. Now imagine all the people that didn't get caught on camera. Think about that. Cameras only came out, what, 30, 20 years ago? Think on all the oppression, all the rape, rob, and murder our people, the black, Hispanics, and Native Americans had to suffer. Whose land is this, brother? Whose land is this? It's ours. Our people's land, right? But who's ruling it, though? Second Esdras. Who's ruling the world right now? Who's ruling the world? Think about it. Who's on top? Do our people own banks? Do our people own mass businesses and lands and agriculture and stuff like that? Do we own schools?
Some people do, but not the masses. Here in the U.S., in Mexico, Mexico is still the United States of Mexico, but the dollar, they got it from Mexico.
Those are our people, brother. We're all suffering together. And this is the thing they need to understand. You can never rise above your people. If there is a brother or sister that is seemingly doing okay, like the athlete, for instance, LeBron James, let's use him as an example, or Beyonce or somebody like that. They're rich, right? But they are not above the rest of their brothers and sisters who's struggling. They are still Israel. Just because they seem to be okay doesn't mean that our nation is okay. We are still suffering as a nation of people.
Did you guys say it was awakening 40-something?
Awakened Israelites.
Somebody said 40. I got it 45.
No.
Just that. That's awakened Israelites. Oh. That'll pull up all our videos. Yeah, just make sure you put the DD on there.
Look for the lion.
Yeah, awakened.
And
And look for the line. The line. It's a picture of a line.
All praises. Let's give this brother a hand, you guys. All praises, all praises. Hey, brother, we look forward to catching up with you. Come check us out, man. Like I said, we told you last time, we come out to the highways and the byways twice a week. We host studies. We must come back to the knowledge of who we are and start applying what the Lord told us to do so we can come out of this nonsense. You know, we need to go home. If we want to inherit the kingdom, we must do what the Lord is telling us.
That's right.
So,
is that guy going to jail?
yeah, he's charged right now, but we'll see.
Yeah,
you know, we'll see because you know how they do.
I heard he killed a few more other guys.
Oh, it wasn't surprised. It wasn't surprised.
I heard it wasn't the first time.
Man, they hunting. Give me Lamentations 4:17 through 19.
And Isaiah 26.
You got it? All right, bring that out.
Lamentations 4 verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Because we're always looking for help, but it's just not there. Our help comes from the Lord. It ain't going to be coming from these people down here. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Because these people can't save us. They're in fact, they're against us. Read.
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps, brother. This is what they've been doing for centuries and millenniums. They hunt our steps. Read.
That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled.
So it's saying our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Why? Because we decided to sin. We decided to fall away from the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Somebody give me Romans 6:23. Read.
Isaiah 26 and 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
So for all this blood that's being slain, it's not going to go unpunished. These people that's been doing all this murdering, raping, and robbing us, the Lord is going to deal with them. Read.
That's what you put.
Okay. Somebody bring out Romans 6 and 23. They hunt our steps, but the Lord told us this was going to happen. He said that we would be punished because of our sin. Why? Because he gave us the law, statutes, commandments, because he chose us. Read.
This is Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
For the wages of sin is death. For the wages of sin is death. So what is sin? Somebody give me 1 John 3 and 4. If we're not doing right, the Lord told us that we could expect death. 1 John 3 and 4.
1 John 3 verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Hear that, brother? But we just heard that the wages of sin is death. And the Lord told us through John right here that sin is a transgression of the law. So that's why you see our brothers and sisters being hunted. This is why we're at the bottom. Because the Lord chose us, and he said that if we didn't listen, we would die. We would go into slavery, we would go to jail, we would fall into diseases. Our every curse imaginable fell on the children of Israel because the Lord God is dealing with his people. Read.
Numbers 35 verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So the Lord is telling us right here that for all the people that did hunt us down and pursue our blood and kill us and rape and rob and murder us, that there's going to be a recompense, and they're going to have to pay for what they did to us. The Lord is dealing with us. They're a whipping stick, but the Lord is displeased with them. Okay, they're going to have to pay the price for all the suffering that they cause the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. For your people, brother.
I was watching this Even they wanted even our Mexican defense. They got part of it,
Habakkuk 2.
but they didn't get.
They're never satisfied with what they got. Here, bring that out. Habakkuk 2.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
So the Lord is telling us these people, these heathens, their soul is not upright in him. specifically Esau, the so-called white man. That's the main enemy of the Lord. But it's other nations as well. The Bible is saying that their soul is not upright in them. Read.
But the just shall live by his faith. Yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man.
He's full of pride. Thinks he's the best at everything. Read.
Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Hear that, brother? He neither keep it at home. He enlarges his coast of hell. Everywhere he goes, he wants to take everything. It's never enough. There's more than that, right?
And is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Hear that? So everywhere Esau, everywhere these other nations go, they try to take everything, including people, lands, and they do it by rape, rob, and murder. Unjustly. They do it, and that's what you just said. In Mexico, it's the same thing. We're not from here. They brought us over here in slavery, and they made us build up this place, and then took everything. Okay? They're going to have to pay for that. Somebody give me John 10 through 11. So yeah, brother, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Link up with us, and we can.
We'll even get you some print.
Yep, that's right.
We'll get you a
all
shirt.
praises, brother. All praises. All praises.
You might have one that fits in.
All praise to the Most High.
We might have one for you.
We love you, brother. We out here for our people.
We might have one for you. Yeah, a shirt for you next week, brother.
All right, shalom, Ak. Shalom. All right. John 10, you got it? Demar, you got it. John 10 and 11.
John 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
This is what we're talking about right now. The thief. Who's the thief? Specifically Esau and these other nations. To kill, steal, and destroy. That's all they do. That's the bane help that our eyes fail to see, to look for. Okay? They're not going to help us. Their intentions are always to hurt us. Esau sought out to kill his brother Jacob, and he's still doing so to this very day. Read.
I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
But Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus Christ, said that he came that we might have life, and life more abundantly. This is that light of the world. Okay? We must be illuminated in Christ so we can have life and life more abundantly. John 14, 6 and 1.
John 14, verse 6.
John 14, 6.
John 14, verse 6. Hamashiach saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
So he's the only way. Like I said earlier in Colossians, there is no name given from heaven that we must be saved. Besides Hamashiach Yahushua, he's the only way.
That's right.
The truth and the life. Anything else is death and deceit. Somebody give me no, not yet. Give me Colossians 3:23 through 25. Colossians 3:23 through 25.
Colossians 3:23 through 25. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartedly as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance. For ye serve the Lord Hamashiach. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. And there is no respect of persons.
You hear that? So if you're doing wrong, you're going to get punished for your wrong. Okay? Christ is the way. He's the only way. And you will be rewarded if you are rehearsing the righteous acts.
That's right.
But if you aren't rehearsing the righteous acts, if you are deciding to live in disobedience and sin, you're going to be punished. He has no respect of persons. He loves Israel. Matter of fact, give me Exodus 2 and 25. Somebody give me Exodus 2 and 25. All right, bring that up.
Exodus 2 verse 25. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them.
See, he has respect unto the children of Israel because he chose you as a nation. But best believe if you are deciding to walk in disobedience, he's going to check you. He's going to deal with you. Because he chose you. Once again, the illustration I gave earlier about if you have children and they are playing with their friend and they both do something wrong, you're going to deal with your children on a personal level. He has respect for Israel as a nation, But do not be deceived, for God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that